Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto was a reincarnation of Doflamingo. I don't actually know how to say his first name that much. Don't. God, why is there a Q next? Never mind, I'm not gonna try to say it. But yeah, Doflamingo. Now, or is it called Doxyflamingo? Wait, Doflamingo? Never mind. Who cares? Okay, so. You probably hear my voice being different in a recording. Actually, I haven't tested it out. But I'm in my car. I'm waiting for my appointment because I came here way earlier than before. Than I should have expected. Because I went way earlier because I thought there was just going to be tons and tons of fucking traffic. Because it's bright in the fucking morning. It's just very early. And I wake up at 11 o'clock. Okay. It's not that early. It's just like 9 in the morning. But 9 like 30 something, 9:30 something, and I just wake up at 11. Okay, leave me alone. I'm a very tired person at the same time. I didn't even sleep that well yesterday. Never mind. Well, not the point. But if you don't know who Doflamingo is, and I should explain it. Doflamingo is not an emperor of the sea, but an actual one of the 7 warlords. He is one of the strongest. Well, yeah. I think, yeah, if he or was it Mihawk again? I know, what's it called? I think it was, yeah. Is he one of the strongest? I can't remember. I can't, fuck, never mind. But Luffy did fight him before, and of course, Luffy kind of used 4th gear and kicked his ass. And yeah, Doflamingo also has a special ability. He has all 3 Hawking. So he has Armorman Hawking and Conqueror's Hawking. Does he have Observation Hawking? I don't remember if he does them. But he also does have his Devil Fruit called the Ito Ito no Mi, which means string Devil Fruit. Yeah. With that happening, also, if you hear movements, it's just the sun is freaking hitting me in the freaking face in the car. And I'm outside the appointment, but yeah, you don't need to be annoyed by that. But yeah. I can go for some donuts. Never mind. It's just I saw a store saying donuts. I'm like, can I go for some donuts? Sorry for the distraction. But yeah, that's all I wanted to mention for Doflamingo. And also I forgot to mention, Doflamingo wears that swag. Okay, I should just probably go into the video, into the what if. Now, of course, I can't hear music because I don't have either my phone or my other phone. Also, this video is probably going to be uploaded after my appointment because I don't have Wi-Fi. I don't even know if I can get Wi-Fi from any of these stores that are probably free Wi-Fi. But not the point. Let me begin this what if because I'm just going to keep distracting you and blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Okay. So, Naruto Uzumaki is born in, the world of Naruto. Okay, yeah. You get the point. So, everything in the original canon would still go the same. And, of course, but until Naruto is actually 6 years old, Naruto's actually being tied up and dragged towards, towards an alleyway. And, of course, these people are kind of burning Naruto. Now, I should mention one thing. Naruto has a twin brother named Menma Uzumaki. Now, Menma has blonde hair, but of course is much cheerful than Naruto. He's also being dragged into this alleyway. Now, of course, they tie him up and start burning him and all that. Burning both Menma and Naruto, saying, demons die, demons die. Now, of course, this is where Naruto says, all of you should die. Burn in hell. Uses Conqueror's Hawking for the first time as a 6-year-old. Because if you remember one thing from Doflamingo's past, his childhood, he and his brother and also his father were being burnt. And of course, his father didn't fight back and didn't say anything about his, power status or celestial or anything. And of course, with that happening, Doflamingo uses Conqueror's Hawking for the first time, knocking every single person that was trying to kill him, his brother, and his father. This is where Naruto knocks all of them out, and of course, Naruto managed to get out of, well, the rope and all that by using Ito Ito no Mi, because he is the reincarnation of Doflamingo. He didn't notice he actually did this because he tried to like rip himself from the ropes and accidentally kind of swiped his fingers up, which made him just cut the rope because he just wanted to free. He was thinking of being just free. Oh shit, that's funny. Oh, not the point. This is where Naruto also goes to Menma and actually unties him. Now Naruto changes from a sort of happy, cheerful kid to, well, somewhat of having the memories of Doflamingo. Well, personality, not the memories. Now, why I'm doing this with Menma being the, well, not twin brother, but actually younger brother than Naruto, it's because Menma is actually going to be the reincarnation of, well, basically Doflamingo's younger brother. I cannot remember. It's Rosine. Okay, I don't know how to say that much. So you get the point. He's gonna be this guy. Menma's gonna be this guy. Now Naruto, he did kind of wear what's called, well, not wear any sunglasses, but he did walk up to one of the villagers that wear some kind of sunshades and all that, sunglasses, and Naruto takes it and puts it on himself, on his face, for his eyes. So there were just red sunshades and all, and Naruto was kind of smiling and then saying, this is where Menma says, brother, what is wrong? So yeah, Menma should be the twin, okay? I'm not going to say he's a younger one. No, he's a twin of, Naruto. So yeah, Naruto is saying, don't worry, Menma, I will protect you. Besides, you're the last person in my family. I won't let anyone attack you. And of course, this is just the personality of Doflamingo a little bit. Showing up and all. So yeah. We skip into a, 2-year time skip. Naruto. He is now 8 years old, and also Menma. Now Naruto actually grew a little bit more than just normal. So Doflamingo, I think, was 11. Was he 11? No. I'm thinking of someone else, don't I? No, Doflamingo was 10, and I think I don't remember what age was he when he was 10. But yeah, 10 feet. Naruto in this one's actually a little bit taller as an 8-year-old. He's actually like 4'9". So yeah, instead of being original canon being 12 years old, he's like already 4'9". No, in this one he's 8 years old and he's 4'9". He's tall. Now not Naruto. Menma has also grown up to be 4'8", so basically a little bit shorter than Naruto, but yeah, because Doflamingo's younger brother was shorter than him, so yeah. But not the point. So we go into Naruto kind of going into the academy and Menma at the same time. This is where they put what's called Naruto up against some strong opponents because they heard that Naruto's a demon, and also Menma. But Naruto decides to takes Menma's spots in fighting some kids. So yeah, when the teachers tried to sabotage Naruto and Menma to failing and all that, and of course Naruto notices. So when they go to just do like the first kind of basics to see what's called the people's range of where they're at and all that, they go into target practice. Now of course Naruto and Menma, Naruto doesn't know how to throw a kunai, but yeah, he knows how to throw a knife. Did Doflamingo throw a knife? No, I'm thinking something else. But yeah, Menma cannot really throw a knife. He like tries to, but he like messes up every time, and it actually just hits the ground multiple times. Naruto, what he does is, he doesn't show his like devil fruit because he already found out what his like he got a memory of the devil fruits. What it's called, Ito Ito no Mi, basically string devil fruit. But I should also mention that the devil fruit is not going to be affected by the curse of the devil. It's basically he's immune to water, okay? So water is not going to be able to affect Naruto because he's a reincarnation of Doflamingo. And Naruto did not eat the devil fruit in the first place. So yeah. So with that happening, Naruto can just not really care about that. So yeah, he somewhat tested it in water and he wasn't even affected. So yeah. Also, with Menma also having a devil fruit, well, being the reincarnation of Doflamingo's younger brother, he's also going to be having a devil fruit. Now, his devil fruit is going to be, what was Menma's, well, not Menma, what was Doflamingo's younger brother's devil fruit? Because I remember him having a devil fruit. I think it's, look, I think it was a quiet, no, wait, okay, I gotta go search this up. So, it's called, what was it in English? So, the devil fruit is silent. It's like a fruit that allows you to, what's called, well, kind of make everything silent around you, well, inside your domain. It's one of the weakest devil fruits, I think, in One Piece. It's a, what was it called? It's not a Logia, but it's actually something else. I forgot what it's called. Yeah. I can't remember, okay? But with that happening, Naruto, not Naruto, Menma has it, but he never actually discovered it yet. Now, Menma, he is kind of a little quiet, but he's still cheerful at the same time. Naruto over here is still having a little bit of personality of Doflamingo within him. So yeah, with that happening, Naruto is just, well, kind of just doing the, he does the shuriken and kunai throw, I did mention that. Now it's between the fights. Now the fights between, well, the children. But first of all, a 12-year-old actually was kind of let into the 8-year-old's, fighting. Because this tuning instructor wanted to put the 12-year-old against Naruto Uzumaki. Now, when that was happening, instead of being Menma to be attacked by the 12-year-old, because that was actually, well, the first thing he wanted to do, the tuning instructor, to where Naruto goes up first. And of course, the instructor says, Naruto, it was actually Menma's, and Naruto glares at him and tells him to shut up. And actually use a little bit of Conqueror's Hawking on the guy, and almost the guy passes out. He felt like this ominous aura coming off from Naruto. And Naruto was about to just kill him off. He doesn't care. He knows what the tuning instructor wanted to do. Now, this is not Haruka. This is not Aruka. This is just another tuning instructor, but yeah. This is where Naruto goes up to the 12-year-old, and the 12-year-old says, you're really gonna fight me, an 8-year-old? You realize I'm 12. And Naruto, well, just puts armament Hawking into his leg, and without anyone noticing, because no one actually saw Naruto's leg kind of cold armament Hawking. And of course, it's all like under his like pants. Well, yeah, since his leg goes armament Hawking, it's underneath his pants. And also, well, he's not wearing shorts. He's also wearing sandals, but the only thing you can see from his sandals are basically his toes kind of go black. But yeah, well, some kind of color of Hawking. Okay, I can't remember what color of Hawking was it again. Yeah, oops. But yeah, Naruto kicks the guy in the stomach so hard that the guy just started, well, coughing up. This is a 12-year-old. This kid is about to graduate. Now, Naruto, being an 8-year-old, kicks the guy so hard that the guy, like, bitched out so fast. Like, the guy just gave up. Like, after getting kicked so hard in the stomach, he was just coughing up for about 30 seconds until he passes out. With that happening, Naruto just says, wow, what a pathetic excuse you are, aren't you? And of course, with that happening, well, Naruto just said, what a weakling. Of course, the tuning instructor was shocked with Naruto easily just kicking this guy once and the guy is just knocked out. So, of course, the tuning instructor has to, well, put Menma against one of the 8-year-olds. So, yeah, Menma does decent at going against the other 8-year-old, but yeah. Of course, the tuning instructor wanted to just put minus 100 on Naruto for hurting a 12-year-old. If he does that, well, then again, Hiruzen will fire him in an instant. So, Hiruzen, this one is not very... Oh, shit. I'm sorry about that honking. It kind of scared me. I thought it was me kind of honking. It's because I'm kind of just wiping a little bit off my stuff off the honk. But, that was interesting. Not the point. With that happening, if Hiruzen's a little bit active with Naruto and Menma, a little bit, he's still kind of working as what's called the Hokage and all that. Still the exact same things and all. But Naruto, he doesn't actually prank the village or anything. Well, he still someone does. He still actually wants to be called the Joker because, well, what's it called? Doflamingo is still wanting to be the Joker. Well, I mean, yeah. So he was called the Joker with Doflamingo. Doflamingo was called the Joker, and I think Doflamingo's younger brother was called Carzon. Wait, was it? It was Carzon. Also, if you hear the wind kind of blowing, it's kind of moving my car, but yeah. Where I live, the wind was so strong yesterday. But not the point. So, of course, with Naruto, having that whole thing happen, Naruto goes towards what's called Menma, and Menma was kind of beaten up by the 8-year-old, but not that much. And Naruto wasn't actually going to kill the 8-year-old. The other 8-year-old. With that happening, we go into, well, a 3-year time skip. Now, of course, there was multiple times where the tuning instructor decides to fail them, but Naruto didn't care that much. Of course, Menma was sad because Naruto could have easily passed, but instead he decides to stay with his brother most of the whole time, with him anywhere he goes. Now, of course, the tuning instructor fails Naruto. Menma and the tuning instructor really thought he was gonna die. Every tuning instructor really thought they were gonna die since they failed Naruto. But no, none of them died. Not certainly yet. Naruto did actually kill them. It was just during a, well, what's it called? A stroll with the tuning, what's it called? Examiners just like talking to each other. Not examiners, what am I talking about? The tuning instructors. No, not tuning instructors. God, I'm thinking of the tuning examiners, not right. The tuning teachers. Now, these tuning teachers, they were like talking about and all that. And Naruto did come out of nowhere and uses the Ito no Mi just to, well, slice them all up. But yeah. So the string no Mi is basically a sharp edge string. With that happening, Naruto can easily just go through anyone with his Ito no Mi. Since the strings can easily cut through almost anything. But yeah. Then again, yeah, they can. Except for, wait, was it? Except for Armorman Hawking, they can't really cut through. But yeah, probably that's the only thing they can't really cut through. But yeah, anything else they can. Metal, this, that, whatever. But with that happening, we go on towards when Naruto and Menma are now 12. So yeah, this is the new, So the new, ninjas of, well, the academy. Mostly a bunch of, well, a bunch of, heirs from different clans, but yeah. So like the Uchiha, Hyuga, Aburame, Nezuka, Narwa, I forgot Choji's clan, but yeah. Shino's clan, I already said it was Aburame. But yeah, all the clan heirs and some, well, also the Yamanaka, and also, the civilians. Naruto and Menma were in this class also. So this is the instructor. The two instructors that actually came. Aruka, I don't remember his last name. God. I wanted to say Aruka Yuki, I think that's his name. No. Yeah, it's correct. Aruka and Mizuki. But with that happening, this is where Aruka names everyone up and everyone says here. And this is where he goes to Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto Uzumaki says here and Menma Uzumaki says here. So yeah. But this is where, since I did a 3-year time skip, Menma actually kind of awoken his Devil Fruit power. His like silent no Mi. Where he can only make a domain of him being silent. And Naruto kind of tested it out. And that's the only thing that Menma can do. It's not as powerful as what's called Naruto's, since Naruto actually has been training on his Devil Fruit more often than any other jutsu. Now, of course, so Naruto can still do like different jutsus, like the substitution, well, not shadow clone. He can't really do the illusion clone, because he has way too chakra, and he actually knows he has way too much chakra. He also managed to get into the library by just going up there. The library wanted to kick them out, the librarian or whatever. And of course, when Naruto puts Conqueror's Hawking into around him, and of course the librarian passes out, and Naruto managed to get in. So Naruto actually always managed to get into different part of the library, to like the Genin side, Chunin side, even the what's called Jonin side, even where somewhere in the library there's actually a place guarded with 2 Anbus. Naruto managed to knock them both out. But yeah, since Naruto managed to knock both of them out, Naruto was like, this is interesting. So he read through so many scrolls in jutsu that he actually managed to find 2 jutsus and also some papers. Since Naruto read up on chakra natures, he was like, wondering, this is interesting. So he read through what's called the 5 chakra natures: fire, water, earth, lightning, and wind. And Naruto did get what's called some papers to give to Mema and him, and actually has trained in chakra natures. Naruto also took in some copies of scrolls, of different scrolls, that people would not miss. Somewhat. Naruto gave a paper to Menma so he can channel chakra. Menma knows how to channel some chakra, but not really that much. And Naruto has taught him different ways to channel it. So Menma actually has wind, water, and earth. Naruto has lightning, wind, fire, and even water. Nothing of earth type. He has 4. So Naruto has actually learned a fire clone Bunshin, and also a a lightning clone Bunshin. Mema has only learned a water clone and also a earth clone one, but that's all. His wind one, he cannot really learn it. Naruto doesn't even know any wind clones because he just took a bunch of scrolls and then never went back to the library. With that happening, Naruto has also learned other jutsus, but he isn't going to show them off because he's not really much of a show off. Unless he's actually kicking someone's ass for trying to annoy his brother, he's not much of a show off. But with that happening, we go into the academy. So of course Uruka wanted to give them papers to see their knowledge and all that. Naruto is extremely a genius. Now, Mema's also somewhat of a genius. He mostly got what's called Minato's genes. But I'm not. Well, also he also kind of also got the memories of Doflamingo's younger brother, genius and all. But yeah, and Menma, he is pretty much a genius and all that. Naruto's a genius because he's a reincarnation of Doflamingo, and they did not get that many genes from what's called Minato. Instead, that was actually Kushina that gave him some genes of hers. So of course, Naruto, he has for some reason an addiction with ramen, but at the same time, he can actually control his addiction. So with that happening, he just doesn't really go and eat a lot of ramen. He only gets there once, twice, not much. Mema, on the other hand, he does has the addiction and cannot control himself. So yeah, with that happening, Naruto, he doesn't have that much. He does have an aura similar to Kushina, like the red habanero and all, sort of death and all that. But Naruto's aura is a little bit different because it also has Conqueror's Hawking with it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to mention. We go into the Shuriken throw and also kunai throw. Naruto gets 6 out of 6. Sasuke Uchiha also gets 6 out of 6 because he's a prodigy of the Uchiha. And also the Uchiha clan still happened on the massacre. Oh, I also forgot to mention, this what if was kind of requested by someone, but at the same time, I was actually thinking of doing this anyway. But yeah, I forgot to mention, the person that requested is someone named Madara Uchiha. So yeah, Madara Uchiha asked for it, but I was already going to plan to do it. But yeah, whatever. So not the point. I'm also going to be able to go to the appointment because it's close to the time that I'm going to have to go. But yeah, with that happening, Naruto, he is the kunai and shuriken. He does 6 out of 6, and of course girls are kind of booing at him because they're not the fangirls of his. Instead, they're kind of looking at Sasuke and all that because Sasuke's still the same thing. Naruto doesn't care. Naruto's a freaking god. He can care less about anything like that. But Naruto also has somewhat to drip. Now, Naruto is actually, what I did mention, he was 4'9" at 8 years old. Now he's about 6'1" at 12 years old. With Mema also being arranged into 6 only. Actually, yeah. With that happening, Naruto's pretty taller than almost everyone else, and they think that Naruto failed multiple times, which they're not wrong, he failed multiple times, but that he only did that on purpose. But with that happening, they also think of Mema being failure, but yeah. Now, this is where Naruto is somewhat just easily kind of just going through the, different tasks and all that, pretty easily. So the Shuriken and Kunai though, Mema only gets 2 out of 4 the Shurikens and 2 out of the Kunai. He's still not that good at it. And Naruto has told him multiple times how to win all that. So yeah. Now, this is where Sasuke and the others get the same average or whatever. Average scores. This is where Naruto is actually put up against Sasuke Uchiha by Mizuki. And Mema is actually put up against Kiba Inuzuka by Mizuki again. So Sasuke says, "Hey dope, you think you can win against me?" Naruto looks at him and says, "What?" And he says, "I said, can you win against me?" Naruto already puts Armament Hawking into his leg and kicks Sasuke Uchiha in the stomach so hard that he kind of throws him out of the arena, even hitting the school. He kicks him that hard that it kind of looks like he kicked Sasuke like a fucking soccer ball. But yeah. Also, Mema was going against Kiba, and Mema didn't want to fight him at all, so he kind of gave up. When I mean he gave up, he kind of just put a bubble around him and kind of went silent, and then kind of pulled out a pillow and a blanket and went to sleep. Kiba could not get into the silent on me because I'm gonna give it a property to actually be able to protect people. So it's similar like a barrier. So yeah. But Kiba just punching the goddamn barrier and breaking his goddamn fist because I ate Kiba anyway. Freaking Mema's over here just taking a goddamn nap. He was too tired for any of this shit. But yeah. Now, Naruto's smiling and kind of laughing and all that when he beat the crap out of Sasuke. And all the fangirls wanted to, like, kind of go after him, blah, 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 for, like, doing that to their last Uchiha prodigy or whatever. Naruto looks at all of them and smiles and says, "You really think you can kill me?" And of course, all of them kind of got scared from Naruto's what's called glare and his glaze of about to murder you all. But yeah, with that happening, wait, what time is it? Still have enough time. But yeah, with that happening, Naruto, he is with his brother, and his brother kind of already won because when Kiba tries to kick the barrier, he broke his leg and fell out of the arena. Because Memo was like close to the edge. And with Kiba just kicking it and tripping over it and falling into the white line, yeah, he lost. Memo didn't care that much. He didn't want to try at all. But with that happening, that was what happened. Now, Naruto. He is, the next kind of, easily beat the Uchiha. But Sasuke is still kind of annoying him, blah, blah, blah. And Naruto does not have this whole tendency into, being in love with, Sasuke. So Naruto, what he does is put Armament Hawk into his hand and slap Sasuke into the fucking wall and doesn't care. So yeah. With that happening, Naruto is talking to his brother and all that, and his brother was like, yum. He's just tired because he just went to sleep against Kiba's fight. So yeah. And basically, Mizuki did not want to put the fight over because he thought Kiba was going to be able to break through that barrier. Yeah, no, Kiba just fucked his, limbs up because Kiba's a dumbass. So yeah. Also, who actually helped Hinata was actually Menma. So yeah, Menma's gonna be sort of stalked around by Hinata. So yeah. But Naruto doesn't really care because he knows it's somewhat love or something. He never felt that, so he doesn't care. And it's kind of funny to see him well, to see his brother kind of get just stalked around. Now, yeah, that's the only thing he does. Now we go into, well, them going to the Hokage office, because Harusen actually called for them. Now Harusen wanted to talk to them about, well, what are their abilities. And Naruto says, before we go into that, or before we go into our abilities or anything, I want to change my name and my brother's name from Uzumaki Menma into Uzumaki Naruto to, well, Menma being named with Kam. Basically, this first name and his name, Rasu, I don't know how to say it that much. And Naruto changing his name from Uzumaki to Doflamingo. So yeah. Harusen says, fine, I'll change both of your names. So yeah, they changed both of the names of, well, Menma and Naruto. So yeah. So Menma is basically Naruto, well, Doflamingo's younger brother's name, and Doflamingo is basically Naruto. Yeah. Now, I don't know how to say, what's called, the younger brother's name. So, yeah. But with that happening, so that's all what's called. So, of course, when that happens, Naruto just show off, like, some element juices, but that's all. Same with Menma, because they didn't show off their, like, devil fruit powers or their Hawking powers. So, I'm going to just say Menma has arbitration and also armament, but just arbitration armament. With Naruto, only have conquerors and also armament. He doesn't have arbitration. So, yeah. But with that happening, Naruto just doesn't say anything. Also, I should mention that both of the Nine Tails are actually, well, the Nine Tails split into two. Menma has the Yin, and Naruto has the Yang. So yeah, that's all I wanted to. I forgot to mention that in the beginning, but yeah. With that happening, Naruto just showed off some things, and of course, Harusen says, God, they're gonna be showing me off some other things instead of their actual abilities. So yeah. Harusen says, fine, you guys get to leave. And Naruto and Menma just leaves. They just peace out. So, yeah. You gotta see what time. Yeah, I might have to go. Okay. So, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato. I'm gonna leave it off here. And, yeah. I couldn't really think that much, because I was actually, well, how should I say? Well, don't have water. Yeah, don't have water. Don't have my music. And don't have other things. Also, I'm not going to play car music. So, yeah. It would be way too loud. And you would never be able to hear me. But, yeah, that's all I wanted to mention. Have a nice day. Potato night. Potato soup. I'll probably do this afternoon. After my class and all that. Well, yeah, class. If you like to call it like that. But, yeah. That's all I want to mention. Have a nice potato day. Potato night. Potato soup. Potato. And potato. See you.